Good evening, it's me, Kevin. I'm approaching the old Hong Kong airport of Kai Tak, very well known for its approach towards the Checkerboard Hill, with a last minute right hand turn down to find the runway. I'm approaching the new Hong Kong airfield, Chek Lap Kok over here, and let's see how it's done. The first point in the navigation is this marker here, Chung Chau, and we're actually on a 270 heading into Chung Chau. There it goes. We're directly over the top, and we want now to travel on a 270 heading, 270, away from Chung Chau, and I'm descending down to 6,000 feet. I'm concerned with this distance measuring equipment here because my next turn is at 7 nautical miles. So you can see we're doing about 1/10 of a mile every second.
1,000 to go.
Once we get here, we should be stable at 6,000 feet, and I can make my next move. Once again, there's Chek Lap Kok on the nose, and I'm going to call up the rows because this blue arrow is pointing towards navigation aid, actually on Chek Lap Kok, the new Hong Kong airport, and our distance from the original marker, Chung Chau, 7 nautical miles, should coincide with this reaching due north 360 degrees, which it's very likely to do. Anyway, I'm going to turn as that hits due north to follow it round. I'm actually going to slow the aircraft down now to 180 knots, and here we go round. I'm going to keep my magenta line, which is the course that this aircraft will follow, on that blue marker Shao La Wan, which is actually very, very close to Chek Lap Kok, the new Hong Kong airport. And we can see here we're currently at 6,000, slowing from 220 down to 180, and at this point I'm going to put out my first staging flaps just to aid that slowing down. A great view of Chek Lap Kok out the front window here. Obviously with this airfield in full use, this wouldn't be allowed. There's no tarmac obviously at Kai Tak anymore, so this is totally fictitious. Okay, you can hear the engine spooling up just to hold the aircraft stable at 180, and we're rolling out and we're looking over towards the Bay of Hong Kong and Kowloon here, Kowloon Peninsula. Again, I'm neglecting my duty because I'm supposed to be following this blue line, and eventually I will stop once that points to 88 degrees, 088, which is my course into Kai Tak's approach runway 13. Okay, you can see that this is now moving very quickly, which means I'm directly overhead, and we can now forget that instrument, and basically we are now on our own. Here's the lights of Hong Kong ahead. What I'm going to do now is start my descent to 300 feet at around 750 feet a minute. Okay, this is a judgment call, so I'm going to make sure I'm not going too fast at the very end. Just dialed in 160 in the airspeed, and here you can see the foreshore of Hong Kong up on the hill. Here's the ferry where the ferry crosses over to Kowloon. As I say, the Kai Tak Peninsula now is where you might get on board your cruise liner. I'm going to come left a few degrees. Okay, flaps 5. I'm going to arm my spoilers so that the brakes come on automatically once the wheels touch the ground, and I'll try and sit square on. If we look down into the city, we can actually see the Checkerboard hill with the checkerboard. It's a bit flashing, but just a nice aid to know that we're doing okay. Okay, the gear is going down. My final approach speed, the 138, flaps 10. I'm going to increase the descent rate now as we're fully into our arrival. This will be a manual landing, so I will take control shortly. Okay, all our lights are on. Everything's looking good. And at this point I'm going to disconnect the automation in the cockpit, and I now have control.
$2,500.
Thank you. Nicely stable on the approach. You can see the aim point and the leading lights to the runway 13 here.
Thousand feet stabilized, Mr. Birchow.
It's a little low at this point. Not looking good. Initiate the turn. Nice and relaxed. Not a steep turn.
500.
See the runway laying out in front of us. 500 feet.
400.
Roll the wings level around this point.
300.
Steady on the rudder.
200.
Add a little power.
100,
Should be 50 foot over the threshold.
50, 40,
A little bit
30,
short.
20, 10,
A little bit of reverse thrust.
Knots.
80 knots. Stow the reverse thrust. Add some manual braking. Just coming up on a exit here. And off at A9. The taxiway. Hong Kong certainly looks beautiful in this light. Up with the flaps, off with the TCAS, and onto the taxiway. Good old 737 off with the landing lights. Might blind too many people, and I can also kill the turn off lights and some of these advertising lights on the wings. Nice comfortable taxi into the stand. Start the APU. Not sure whether we'll have ground power unit available where we're parking. Yes, so glorious place, Hong Kong. Never got in here myself, sadly. Been to Hong Kong, but only to the new airport, Chep Lak Kok. Obviously we're the last flight of the evening, so there's no need to hold. Just a few things for the paperwork. Reasonably quick taxi. Certainly looks stunning in all these lights. Spectacular. Slow down, don't want a speeding ticket. Assigned a parking position just up here on the right hand side. Just kill that one. Save our man's eyes. There he is. Keep coming. Keep coming. Almost there. And there she goes. On with the parking brake. Power over to the APU. We can get some chocks and I can release the parking brake. The pads will be pretty hot. And stop the fuel from the engines and we should see those die away. This is what everybody wants, release the passengers. out of their seats and get their luggage. Okay, another nice flight. Good flight, wonderful scenery. Thanks for watching.